43. Getting up there.
You want to know how old we are?
25.
87. Going on
Fantastic.
88.
What's your secret?
Having me as her friend.
That's like the comic relief, you're saying. The comic relief.
Because she gives me good nutrition information.
And I told her to come to your lecture.
Yes.
And I just bought sticks. So I need you to tell us how tall they need to be.
Good,
Because I wanted Peggy to get a set.
good. Taller the better. I'll show you in a second, but taller the better.
Yeah, because you're walking kind of like a king.
Exactly. We did this talk, I think, with my videos, I think last February or March. You want your walker, your cane. If it's me, if my height, I am 5'10", but I don't come in here about 5'11". You want them as high as possible so your body stays here.
Yeah.
If they're lower, your body stays here, either with a cane or a walker or sticks. So for yours, what I would do is, how do you lengthen these?
You just
What's your
twist
magical
it.
skills here?
Twist.
Good. How high can you go?
You can only go there.
Okay, so I'm going to go past and go here where it says stop.
Yeah.
Probably a kid key. And then just circle them in, right? Tighten them that way, it gets on a spring. Let's go right there with that one. And then right here with this one too. Because when you have them taller, or when you have them the highest possible, cane, a walker, or sticks, your body stays here instead of staying here.
Yeah.
Well, I wondered when I was on
I
a walker
see.
not too long ago,
Yeah.
it was like, I
can't.
wanted to stand up straight.
It keeps your body, the more you, and this is the biggest thing too, if I walk like this for exercise, I lock my body with this exercise, on my body here. If I want to exercise for my better posture, better balance, better structure, walk like this.
Balance.
When my patients start carrying their like this, I go, it's going to feel very awkward and weird to go from here to here to here to here. You have to give yourself time to that, because right now, if you think, if I walk like this all day long, this is my straight posture. This is what my mind thinks is good for me. We have to come back, even if you can't, if it's comfortable, lean back when you walk. So because our body, we sit a lot, our body will naturally come here. By leaning back, now you force your upper body behind your shoulders. So now you get your lower back to work more. The lower back muscles, the biggest ones are your rectus spinae, up and down the back here. They pull you, when they get stronger, they pull you back this way. Erector, straight spinae on the spine. So if you work those muscles more by leaning back, your body actually stays strong. So when you stand like this. And you get tired, you stand like this. Instead of here to here. Keeps you here. And when you sit, instead of sitting like this, you normally do, you sit here instead. My back is stronger. I can sit like this as my normal. My back is weak. This is my normal. I want to stay here. This feels uncomfortable. This doesn't feel right. It feels awkward. So we want to make sure if we get strong in our back stays up. So when we sit, this feels comfortable to us.
But sitting
Yes.
back, you also, it's better than going this way. Sitting back and leaning against the back of the chair.
If you can maintain this, and if you have a TV on your ceiling, perfect.
Well, now wait a minute.
I don't have one yet.
If if I'm here,
Yes.
I can see that blackboard.
Good. So where does your neck go when you go here? Does it stay behind? Does it stay on your shoulder level? Does it come forward naturally?
I don't know, is it coming forward? I can't tell.
Yes.
Oh, it's coming forward, my head is?
Yeah.
So,
But when we relax here, too, say 10 minutes in, when we start relaxing, what do?
slouch. On the computer, probably.
Easy to. So if we can, and my biggest thing we've had people learn how to sit in a sitting checklist is I'm going to have them do this, edge of a chair. At that point, if possible, your legs behind you. This is part of the talk too, so pay attention, people. We're starting the talk, okay? We want to make sure, if we're going to get our legs stronger for posture, standing is not the only posture. Sitting is your posture too, even lying down. Whatever position your body's in is your posture. So when we sit, we want to sit at the edge of a chair. The reason is, we can drop our knees below our hips, and then bring our feet behind us. So bring your feet behind you.
Is that a good idea for your back to...
Let's find out. Let's try it. I'm not hypothetical. I'm gonna apply
I can't
it.
go outside here because so I'm going inside.
Why can't you go outside?
Well,
Feels funny.
I just,
It feels funny, right?
it doesn't feel good, but it stretches.
We want to feel awkward and weird to get stronger and have better standard posture. So if my knees are below my hips, I can sit up straighter because now my lower back naturally curves to make sure I don't fall forward. You change your center of gravity more over your hips versus here, more over your knees and legs. Yeah. So you want to feel weird by doing this, and when you get tired, you come back here and relax a little bit. But if you start here and train yourself this way, and if you walk this way too, then your body sees this is normal.
But now this is support for my back here too.
Just
so
support
that
for your
helps.
back to stay hunched forward.
No, I can sit up.
Do you sit up easier that way, or do you sit up easier this way? Which muscle, think in your mind, which muscles contract this way?
The thigh muscles.
The thigh muscles, because they're stretched, right? They're stretching, because they're tight. We go over stretch, how to stretch them out. But what muscles does your back muscles here work more, or do they work more when you lean back in the chair?
Well,
Don't try to lie to me. I can see you working it.
I can hardly get around.
It is. It's not easy.
Now, do you put your feet behind the thing?
I do. It depends on your chair too. If your chair has an opening underneath, you want to go underneath that also. Here is fine. It's where comfortable. I like, for me, for example, the normal seat for me is a bar stool because it's higher up. For your legs underneath you, a bit easier that way too.
That hurts me when I have my feet dinged and pulled back on that rung.
Yeah.
These high tables that they have now
Yeah.
in dining rooms.
And they're high too. Yeah. So this is probably easier for you. You just got to get used to this. I'm going to give you stretches. Start stretching out the quad muscle, and also make the back stronger. So you're going to go. This feels so good.
But living room
But
chairs,
no more butts.
living room chairs aren't these. They
No.
are usually something more,
They're slouchy. They're couchy.
but your back is straight here. I mean, it's slanted, but it's not slouchy.
Is it relaxed or is it contracted? Here,
It's relaxed.
in my sense, here I'm relaxed. Here, my back is having to work a little bit to hold me up.
So in other words, you're exercising while you're watching television.
Yes. Yes, question.
Yeah, question. Someone told me that they're making walkers now that are higher.
Good.
Where you could
They listened to me
hold
finally.
them like this.
I should have patented that one.
Yeah,
I should have told them.
I don't know where she found that out, but I have to ask her. But she says they're making them so that you walk this way straight. That's everybody I see, they're all down.
Someone stole my idea. They watched my videos. I have to make my videos public now. I mean, private. I have to share all my secrets.
The grocery carts are higher. And that's easy to walk in the grocery
It is
store.
if you're used to it. But most people would rather walk like this because it makes them feel more stable, especially after an injury, right? If they have an injury, and a hip injury, or foot injury, ankle injury, they don't want to move. This feels more stable. The problem is, if you stay here long enough, then you're stuck here for a long time.
That's Carolyn.
We have to get back. When I have someone who comes from an injury, okay, where's the injury? Is injury over? They ask, what do you mean is injury over? Is there still swelling? Is there still a broken bone? Is there still torn ligaments or muscle? No. Okay, what are you doing rehab-wise? Nothing, because it hurts. We have to do it, but if not, what happens is scar tissue builds up. Scar tissue acts like glue in the joint, say your knee, for example, and it makes things not want to move. The problem is you have to break that up to make your body get back to normal. If not, if it doesn't move, muscles above and below get weaker and tighter. If your quad muscle is tight, the opposite muscle, your hamstring, will be weak. If your back is tight, if your back is weak, then your quad muscle will be tight. They all cross over to help maintain your balance and center of gravity. So the goal is to make sure we get full range of motion first, maintain wherever we are now, get back to better normal standing or sitting so your body stays there and you lock it in with motion to make the muscles stronger and looser.
So you taught us to stand against a wall, and that was
That's
the
it.
training.
You stand against the wall. I'll stand right here. To where you move, you go against the wall with your heels, hips, shoulder, and head to feel that body position, because hopefully the walls are straight. Make sure your back stays straight. But again, the checklist is heels, hips, shoulder, and head. If I can do my heels, my hips, but my shoulders are here, that's not good. Because then your head falls forward. Then your lower back straightens out, become weaker. And your quad muscles tighten up. So it's all one sequence of chain, domino effect of where your body is. My head's here, but my legs are out here, same thing. Now my hip flexors get really tight, my back gets tight also, so I maintain this body instead of this, which is uncommon to happen. All of us want to lean forward. All right?
And see, if you have a cell phone, you can do that exercise while you're talking on the phone.
Yeah, just don't trip and fall, because you'll hurt something. I can't multitask, so don't ask me to do that.
Oh.
Okay, so number one thing we want to do, we talked about leg strength for posture, is know what good posture is. We went over that a second ago. Good posture being here, if possible, edge of a chair or seat, wherever it is, hips above your knees, and feet, if possible, behind you. So at that point, instead of falling forward, your body will naturally, your mind will tell you, lean back. Make sure you counterweight your body, stay straight. At that point in this position, you should feel, if your muscles are relaxed, the quad muscles in the front of the leg staying loose, the back muscle a little bit tight to hold your posture positioning, and also your abdominal muscles more relaxed. Even shoulders here should be relaxed so you're leaning backwards. At that point, these stronger muscles in your lower back direct your spine and hold you up, not your shoulders because you're doing this. So we talked about if we do this, our head comes forward. At that point, the shoulder muscles, the upper traps have to tighten up to hold your head back. It's all a counter. If I lean forward, these muscles pull me back, I feel relaxed. I lean forward, these muscles pull me back, the head comes forward, that's tightened up even more to pull me back. You want to maintain from the side view, center of gravity, the front view, left and right have to be even too. Okay, so if I'm like this, when you drive, in America, do we use our left foot or right foot for the pedal?
Right.
Right, my daughter started driving about a month ago, so I'm not driving in a golf cart, she uses both feet. I'm like, what are you doing?
Dear.
On the brake, one on the gas, so I told her, we're golfing, so I said, okay, stop so I can get out. She hits the brake and I hit the steering wheel almost, the front panel. So the goal is if you use our right foot, what happens to our left foot? You should keep it out here till we bring it next to our body. What do we normally do when we drive? Here, right? So what do the hips do? The hips will have to do this, have to almost rotate a little bit to maintain your center of gravity, your balance. Your body's always adapting. If I drive a lot, I want to make sure my body is going to be more forward in the chair. Muscles aren't relaxed. If they're relaxed, my body will naturally shift this way. Does that make sense? If my right foot is forward, then my hip here will add more body weight to that side. It will shift my weight to my right side, making me want to lean to the right.
I feel a strain here.
You got to make those muscles looser.
Well, because I'm on the pedals.
Yes, don't hit them so hard. You're ruining the pedal there. Kidding. But the goal is if we think, okay, I'm going to drive a lot, this is the scenario, I have to keep my body fixed. When I keep my body up here, my body will naturally get to a better center of gravity left and right. So it'll stay here. Have people do, for example, UPS drivers or long distance drivers, put a pillow back there. Give yourself support, or if you can share at home, or support so your body stays upright. Here's where you can maintain easier center of gravity. And I have a lot of girls in high school who come in with scoliosis or leaning to one side issues. I tell them one thing is aren't leaning back more. That'll naturally maintain your center of gravity back to better normal, because now you have to balance more.
Well, should your head touch the back headrest?
It depends, every car is different, but you want your head to feel where your neck muscles are a little bit tighter, where if you look from the side, your ear is in the mid-seam of your shirt.
Especially if your seat pretty much upright.
I just put mine up.
Just, if not upright completely, maybe a little bit of a tilt. Maybe one notch down. Don't go all the way backwards like the cool people.
Yeah, I liked it, so I just changed mine. I have it.
At that point, if you're more upright, this feels, but again, if your back is like this normally, this may feel good to you in a chair.
Sometimes.
If someone's back is like this, think about it. If someone is normally like this, that's your normal, they're not going to want, this to feel uncomfortable to them. They don't know what I do or know what chiropractors or know what posture is. They're naive because they just don't know. They're even going to do this because this feels good to me. I want to do this because it feels good. Okay? So our job is to train them, okay, if you're coming in because you have problems with neck pain, back pain, hip pain, or low back pain, at that point, let's change things around so that goes away over time. But it will not be comfortable, it'll be awkward, it'll feel unbalanced and weird until you change your body. All right? Any questions about it?
Where should your left foot be when you're driving? Your right foot's here, where is your left foot supposed to be?
Well,
Right, if possible, as close underneath it as you can.
yeah.
Not push, not forward. Just
No, because if you go forward, your body will naturally do this. If you're
They have like a foot thing to rest your left foot on there, at least my car.
on the left side, left corner, right?
Right there, there's a, where, and that
I
feels
don't know
really
to the side.
relaxing, you know.
If feels good to you, go for it. But the more you get your feet next to you here, the more your body stays upright and straight. Physiologically, as us humans do, as we go further out, we normally want to slouch. That's the difference. But everybody's different. You gotta do what comes from. As long as your body, as long as your hips, head and shoulders are up here, I don't care where your feet go. Just don't put your feet on the dashboard or wherever it might be, or out the window. That'd be weird. All right. Any questions about that? Leg tightness. Okay. If our body, because of bad posture or not knowing what good posture is, has gone from normal to here, these muscles will tighten. Because our muscles will naturally not want to have full range of motion like it should. So that one becomes very tight, and the quad muscle weaken the hamstrings. What I do is brought my yoga mat to show you how to stretch those areas. Okay? Hence the yoga mat. Hey,
Floor's too hard for me.
I know, that's what I brought the mat for.
That's not.
Oh, I'm so many buts and what ifs.
No, that doesn't work. I tried.
That's fine. I'm going to triple it up for you. You're my demonstrator
No,
for that.
no, I'm not.
You talk so much, I figured you know what's going on.
I'm not doing it there because I don't.
Wow. Oh, do you go in the front row of a comedy show? You sit in the front row? I do. I go to the front row of the comedy show, I go, hey look, I'm a chiropractor, I'm Filipino, use it. You know? That's me.
Yeah, I had a hip.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So what I do with this, my yoga mat, actually my wife, so don't tell her because I thought about it thing, I'll let her know, is I want you to do is think of muscles are tight here. I want to loosen up here, from here to here, my hip flexors are called, to make sure that muscle loosens up because your quad muscle attaches below your kneecap and inside your hip. So you want to do a stretch the knee, which I'll show you in a second, but more the hip because that's where all the load is, all the pressure is when you sit. Okay? So I'm going to do, let's do this side first. Come down here. I'm going to triple it up. And then I'm going to stretch this side. I'm going to bring my foot forward and come down this way.
Can't you basically do the same thing, just standing and when they got and the knee like this, then you just stretch your
You can, but it's not as relaxed. So come here, show me. I'll show you.
But it's easier.
Okay, come on.
I had a friend that while she's walking,
Yes.
she said she had trouble below the knee because of arthritis or something like that.
Probably neuropathy too.
Because of her posture.
It might have been, because it's below the knee, it might be a hip issue or a knee issue. Whenever you have an issue, say in a muscle, I go 2 joints away. It's my quad muscle, I'm going to go, is it the knee or ankle, or is it the hip or the back? I want to go 2 joints away from that muscle belt. So come on. So it might have been more of a knee or an ankle issue. Okay. So here, I'm going forward,
Yeah.
but I feel relaxed here. If I'm relaxed, the ligaments are stretching my hip along with the muscle. So you're saying to
When you stretch, you know, go like this,
Mhm.
you're stretching. Isn't that?
that's good
basically the
too.
same
That's
thing?
good also.
Okay, rather than getting down on the floor.
That's gonna. And if
Isn't
I
that
do
basically
this,
the same thing?
if I do this, I'm stretching
Yeah,
the muscle here.
yes.
If I'm on the floor, I feel I'm stretching the hip more than the actual muscle itself.
And which is better?
Both.
Okay. So you could do it either way.
Either way, but for both benefits though too. If I'm going to stretch like this, I'm stretching my muscle in the middle of the muscle belly here in the quad muscle. If I'm on the floor, I'm going to stretch my hip joint itself, the muscle attaches to. So when you have a muscle belly, you have a tendon that attaches to the bone below, the tendon attaches to the bone above. That tendon is the weakest part of the muscle. You want to stretch that first, that's going to be your weak point of the muscle, and make that muscle stay tight.
Oh, I see.
You want to do both. So I may do, for example, in my sense, this stretch to stretch that quad muscle, but I'll do this also, stretch the ligaments and the tendon inside the hip. So try this and see. I'm going to show you a different way to do it. Here. And then you want to do your left leg or right leg?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Let's do your, which knee you're comfortable going on the floor with? On the
Probably
mat?
with my right.
Right, okay. So I'm going to have you do. Yes, on my right. Here. I'm going to have this, I'll demonstrate first. Here. I'm going to come down like this. And then use the chair for balance to lean forward that way. And see if you feel different. Try that and see. I like the moaning and groaning. Yeah, I'll make sure the chair doesn't move for you.
Okay, so I go down on my knee.
Yes. There you go.
And then
Bring that foot forward.
this one.
Keeping your body up.
I can feel a
Nice
stretch
and
right
straight.
there.
Do you feel it different in the muscle or in the hip?
Right now, I'm feeling it right here.
If you lean, where you are right now lean back a little bit with your body.
Back.
Does that feel the same spot or different spot?
I feel it all up like here.
Do you feel different intensity of the stretch versus standing? Everyone's different. Everyone's different. I would, if possible, I would do both
Yeah.
to see if you can do this a little bit longer to feel the muscle become looser. You know, getting up and down is an issue, but if you can use the floor as a way to relax your muscle, then you'll get a deeper stretch in the actual ligament in the joint. All right. Does that feel easier to hold that position for a long period of time than standing?
Probably this might be easier than standing.
Because you're more relaxed, right? I'm talking you into it. I'm talking you into it.
Yeah.
Okay? But that's the thing. If you can do things for a longer period of time, you're stretching ligaments out, not just the muscle itself. You're going beyond what your body's used to. That's what I focus on. What can I do more of to feel more of a deeper stretch? More stretching, more range of motion, and better balance also. All right, does that feel okay?
Now try to get up.
Yeah, that's just it.
I'll hold the chair again so it doesn't move on.
Try to get up. Okay.
And that's the plan to make the muscle stronger again too, so you can get up and down, have better balance, everything we're going to do. Thank you for your... I always say it, and I gotta do it eventually. I'm such a slacker. I have to bring in gold stars. I keep saying give away gold stars, and my placements probably never do. It's a slacker, I apologize. Okay. Next part is muscles get tight, correct? Can they be weak also? Okay? How do we strengthen the quad muscles? What do we do? What do you do now? I'm going to close the door. What's the best? We're walking, right? We're walking. Okay. That part. How do we make sure that each leg is evenly strong? How do we make sure the knee is strong? So if you were to get up and down, because once you go past here, we're using more pressure in the knee to get back up, for example, we want to make sure we get the muscle stronger by doing a quadricep extensions exercise. Okay, so here, I'll demonstrate again. So volunteers will embarrass you guys. Here, a little bit short for me, but here I'm going to do is come straight up. How does that feel?
Yeah. I feel pulling.
Fantastic, good. You should feel pulling. That's the muscle pulling from the knee up to the hip, pulling together. Get the muscle stronger, and if you have knee issues, you want to do two things. When you have knee issues, you want to turn your foot out to make the inside muscle stronger. So let me demonstrate up here. Hope they don't get mad at me. I'm stable, not 190 pounds. Can I handle it? Here, if I'm going straight, I'm working the middle part of my quad muscle. Okay? If I bring my foot out, my toe out, work the inside muscle.
Yeah.
That may feel tighter, may feel a little sore. When we walk, we don't walk and push our hip out, right?
No.
Okay? We have a separate muscle, TFL band, tension fasciolata, I think it's French. It goes on the side of the leg. That supports your outside part of your quad. So in that sense, you have two muscles on the outside, one in the middle, and one on the inside. We take a step, your outside muscle will pull more to pull the knee out. Okay? So we have to get the inside knee a little bit stronger to make sure you have even leg strength. The best way to do that again is to bring your foot out. So at that point, the inside knee gets stronger. So you even out to strengthen that quad muscle. Out of the three parts, outside foot's coming outside, work the inside knee to make the knee stronger. And again, if the knee muscle is stronger, if the knee's more stable, quad muscle is more evenly strong, better balance, better posture. Come all the way up, hold it for a second, come all the way down, let it relax. So if the muscle completely relaxed, then go again. 5 to 7 times. That'll get that muscle stronger over time. If you try this, foot out right side, foot out left side, which side is tighter on you? Or are both evenly strong?
Left is tighter.
Yeah. So if it's tighter, maybe a little bit weaker too, focus on the left side.
So if we can't get it up as high, then we need to practice.
We want to, also sometimes just pushing your leg down a little bit on the chair, and then come up where you feel comfortable, stop for a second, then come back down. You always want to stop your motion, so you're not pushing the knee up and down. That'll cause more knee joint pain. Come up, hold it for a second, and then relax. Wherever it is. And then slowly as you get looser, at that point go higher and higher. See, the more our muscles are strong, the more relaxed they stay. So we have to get the strength first, and then relaxation comes over time. Muscles won't be as tight. Any questions?
Yeah, easy to put first hot and after cold.
If you have, I like to heat
When
the
you
warm
walk-
up the muscle.
So
And
when
then-
you want to start walking,
Yeah,
so put heat first, right?
at that
And
point
when
it'll
you
help the
come
joint
back-
loosen up. And by doing the heat back and forward, some people do, is it makes your body relax here versus starting here and then working into it over time. I'd rather focus on having normal posture the whole time. So have someone walk for exercise, I want them to walk slower to make their body better or make better posture here versus faster where they stay here. Technique, form first, always technique, form first. Any questions about the quad stretch, extension stretch?
You said you put your foot out. Do you sometimes do it with it in?
You
too?
can if you feel that feels tight in the knee also. But usually that's going to be okay because that outside muscle pulls it already. So some people will do, to keep it very even, is do 5 in the center. Bless you. 5 in the center, 5 on the outside, and 5 on the inside to make the whole muscle stronger.
5 inside is more comfortable.
Because it's used to that. That's easy. It's used to pulling. When you go inside with the foot, the kneecap is actually coming on the outside of the body, it's coming opposite. It's used to doing that position. So when you bring your foot outside, the knee's not comfortable coming inside, so that when it goes, that doesn't feel good. By doing both sides, at that point you keep the knee relaxed and more stable. The knee's relaxed, the muscle gets stronger in the quad, and stays relaxed too. Stronger muscle, more relaxed muscle.
Sometimes they make noise too.
Yeah, sometimes you do a little creepy in there.
Yeah.
For one or two. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You can't, it's hard to get rid of that one
I
too.
know.
Okay. We talked about the quad possibly being a little bit tight here. Hamstrings. What are your hamstrings when you have bad posture, tight or weak? Or normal? What do you think? Tight? Tight, right? Okay. If I'm like this, they stay tight because my back is going to be weak.
Yeah.
That's the combination right there. Okay? I have to stretch out my hamstrings. What I'm going to do when we stay standing is all I want to do is stand up. To stretch out the hamstring, hamstring attaches below the kneecap
Yeah.
and above the hip. So about maybe like right here. It's underneath your glutes is where the hamstring attaches. Okay? To stretch out the hamstring, you want to lock out your knees as much as you can. Then from there, once your knees are locked out, you can sure if you need to lean forward where you feel that little bit of a tightness burn in the back of the knee, and then come back up. You want to try this? Anybody? I mean, just where you're sitting. You have to come up here and embarrass yourself.
I help a Charlie horse.
Exactly. All the knots in there too.
Under the,
So, back of a chair for balance. Lock your knees out, and then lean forward, keeping your knees straight where you feel comfortable. Then slowly, with your hands, push yourself back up.
Good for the arms.
Everything. Whole body workout. Does that feel okay? Try it again. How does it feel for it? Bring your legs more forward. More? Yeah, I did. No harder? Good. How's that feel? Bring your feet closer again. Right there. Good. And when you do this too, if you feel comfortable, when you're doing it coming down, push your glutes back a little bit so you have more of a stretch in the hamstrings. I like the groans. I like the bones and groans.
Tomorrow it'll, yeah.
It'll feel great tomorrow. You can get a wheelchair tomorrow. Does that feel okay? All right.
This helps sciatic pain. I hear people have sciatic pain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does this help too?
it helps all of it.
Or
Yeah.
plantar fascia.
I have this muscle.
That tightens up too. So try it again. Keep your knees locked out, right? Keep your knees locked out. Knees this back. There we go. There we go. Now come down. Good. And it's not a bend down.
Okay, just.
You want to do is bend at the hips.
Yeah.
So my hips are going to rotate like this.
She's standing a lot further back than you are.
Yeah, move a little bit closer. Move a little closer. There you go. More. There you go. Now, when you're doing that, so you want to get your body to push away from the chair as you come down. Hold it for a second, and come back up. Does that feel okay? Fun times, right? Ah.
No. I have a thing here, it hurts.
It tightens up.
No, it's in my butt. But
Is it more where the bone pops out, or more lower?
it's right here in the fatty
Yeah.
tissue.
And that's where the muscle's going to tighten up from the back, too.
It's really funny. I can walk around the market for an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
I'm fine. If I get in the car and sit down,
If you go to get up, that's when it hurts. Yeah,
just have to get out of the market faster.
that's it. Any questions about that stretch? While you're standing there, before you sit down, because I know we don't overdo it, we want to make sure our back is straight the whole time, correct? Okay. Is it possible to use the chair to slowly, using the chair, keeping your back straight as possible, to bend your knees, to come down when you feel comfortable, keeping your back straight, and coming straight up? Is that possible?
How do we know our neck isn't going forward?
You want to relax your neck in the front, so it stays behind your shoulders. So all the strength is going to come from right here.
Yeah, right.
Right here, and right in your quads too. So back strength and quad strength, when you can lean back, relaxing your shoulders again,
I have pain here.
that's the muscles
Yeah.
tight in that area.
Yeah.
Coming straight down, hold it for a second, coming straight up. Does that feel okay?
You're going to get us to our car, right?
I'm going to carry you to your car. Move it straight, scoot back. There we go. Good. Does that feel like the back's working?
Yeah, I'm
Good.
working.
And wherever you are, start there. Good. That feel okay?
I'm sore here. I've got a metal hip that's been
Okay.
there 15 years, and I'm thinking it's probably,
You gotta keep pushing though.
yeah, I know.
Gotta keep pushing. Good. Does that feel okay? Good. Come down again one more time.
We had a mirror so we could see if we were straight.
And that's the key is over time, use that. Try using the chair So what you need to do is come a little bit, because you're strong, I know you're strong. Where you're here,
Your knee
and
not supposed to
then
hurt, is it?
come down a little bit further.
Me especially here.
Yeah, wherever you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yep. Actually, up's gonna be better for you. There you go, now come down. Then separate your, I heard that, those are cracking in there. So spread your legs out more too, bring your feet apart more and more. There we go. How's that feel? Feels like work, right? That's what you want to do though. At least 2 or 3 like that where you feel a little bit unstable, a little bit weak, because that gets it stronger. You have to push.
And my knees will crack.
No, it might crack, they might get sore, but over time is where they get stronger and looser.
Now it hurts something.
Good. Now a little bit further. Better. Right there. And come back up. You want to feel the back working, you want to feel the knees working if you need to. You want,
Better not to use the chair if you don't have to.
as long as you come to, I would rather you, and I would do a few maybe if you can off the chair, but use the chair for balance and come even further now. You can go further, go further.
It's not a push-up.
Yeah, exactly. But you want to feel like you're doing something to make the muscles push in the quads and the back. So you get the actual motion, and you get stronger over time. You come all the way down.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hold for a second.
You
Come all the way up.
Okay.
So you have the chair to support you. But that's the goal. If you can go a little bit more, a little bit further, and the next day you wake up and it doesn't hurt, it might be a little sore, a little tight, you did enough. If you want to get stronger, looser, it's going to be a little sore, a little tight, but okay the next day. You didn't overdo it.
So when get pain, you don't put too much ice or hot, right?
No, you should feel tight, maybe a little sore, but not pain where it's swollen. That means you did too much.
Okay.
You know, you got to monitor what you're doing, but you have to push your body where it feels a little sore and tight and unstable when you're doing it. Make your body retrain. It needs the overload so it can actually retrain its body and break up scar tissue, increase range of motion, and give you strength. If you push your body more than it's used to, it breaks up scar tissue, builds up strength, and causes more range of motion.
So better to sit always in a chair, not in a sofa. Sofa
It is.
is too worse.
Sofas look phenomenal. I take a nap on my sofa once a day if possible.
Much.
But to sit in there all day is tough because it's meant for to slouch, not sit up
Yeah.
straight. And you realize that this class will give you more awareness where you want your body to be, right? But if you're here, start where you feel comfortable coming backwards. Okay? Then over time, push your body more. You want these exercises to feel awkward and weird, because it should be. And then you feel comfortable. You move on to more and more of them, getting your body stronger, more flexible, break up scar tissue. What's scar tissue turn into if you leave it in our joints too long? What happens to scar tissue?
Doesn't it go around your
It can break up and get in the joint and cause more like a bump, it'll cause like what I'm trying to say, like a calcium buildup where it'll stay inside the joint space, even stay at launch too. It can cause arthritis. Scar tissue can cause arthritis, so you have to break it up as much as possible so you don't develop that. That's why we want the motion. That's why we want to keep our body moving the whole time. Okay? Last thing, this is the hard one. When I stand up straight, where should the weight be on my feet? On my toes, on my midfoot, or my heels?
the heels.
Heels. Okay? You want your body to stay back on your heels because again, the back muscle, low back muscles will fire, shoulders relax, and the quad muscles stay relaxed too. Your hips stay open, not closed off. When you use the sticks, a walker or a cane, where should the weight on your foot should be? On your heels. Should not change. That's why they stole my idea and made a higher walker. Missed that opportunity again. Just another one. Okay? If you're up here and you want to stand up straighter, with your head, sometimes people do this too, they'll bring their head up. You want to bring your head from wherever it is right now, straight back. So using your finger, push on your chin, push your head back, translation backwards, not a tilt up. Translate backwards, not a tilt up. All right. Any questions about that?
Have you ever done a felt pen silhouette? You know, like we would stand against the wall and you'd go around the circumference of the body,
No,
and then we could see what we look like.
from the front view.
Yeah, well, if I'm like this,
Oh, yeah.
I would see this.
Yeah, you can do that. Just get facility approval so you can get the paint afterwards and overpaint it, yeah, fine. But what I do sometimes is take a picture of somebody using their phone. Okay, this is where your body is right now. And over a couple months period, you see a change over time, so it gets better over time too. And it's basically where you feel. You know, you want to make sure you feel the muscles up here over time. When I had someone start walking a couple weeks ago, and she does a lot of travel, and she has back problems going on. I started walking, but now my lats hurt back here.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think that is? Because now your shoulders are further back. When you're walking this way, with your shoulders back, the muscles have to work, activate, keep your body back there. A lot of muscles in your body are postural muscles. They hold your posture up. If they're tight or weak, your posture is going to be a poor posture. If my neck is like this, what muscles are tight in my neck? Are these tight or are these tight? The ones in the back, right? They almost pinch
Yeah.
to maintain that posture. But even if my shoulder's like this versus here, now your SCM muscles here in the front get tight too. People coming in because they feel getting choked. I go, well, that's not good. You're probably possessed or something. I don't know what's going on. Or you have tight muscles in the front. We have to stretch them out. So again, we talked about having, for example, knee pain. I look at the joints below at the ankle or the hip. If my neck is sore here, I look at the shoulder and also upper back as being a source of the problem too. It's all a complex. So if one thing is off, what else can be off? My body's here. It affects my hips, my ankles, everything in my body. So I keep my weight on my heels. So I stay back on them as one way to look at it. My body stays straight. When I walk, they call heel to toe for a reason.
I don't think about that, and I know if I did
Yeah.
that, but I forget.
It takes time.
And I see people just flopping.
Like a penguin or something, I don't know. But that's the thing is, we want to retrain our body, right? So we have to consciously think about what we want to change, and over time, do that habit, routine, and it becomes unconscious. We go from here to here without knowing about it because we do the walking, we do the motion, we do the exercises, so our body sees that as normal. Every day. How often? Every day. Because we walk every day. Especially if we're already having bad posture or weak muscles or tight muscles, we have to get to a better sense of health first, better state of health, and we can maintain that. So my job with patients is the one thing, get them out of pain, maybe nerve pain, joint pain, back pain, headaches, whatever it is, but then give them stretches, and then strengthening so they keep better on themselves.
I have a question.
Yes.
Now, I have gone to a chiropractor. I don't go anymore because he doesn't do anything. Massage therapist.
That's what we do, we don't do anything.
No, he does. He takes
Yeah.
a little metal thing.
Oh.
And I said, why don't you? Well, it's, I guess, my age. And that was 8, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I want somebody who's still
Jump on it.
like the Chinese gals do
Yeah.
at the massage parlor. They're the ones that help me more than.
And that's the thing, everyone's technique is different. Okay, it's called the activator, the clicker. Okay.
That's all.
It prevents more risk, it's risky for the doctor
Yeah.
because it's less liability. If your bones have good density
And I do.
and you feel good and you have full range of motion, why not unlock everything to make things stay normal? We need joint motion, maybe the knee or the spine or the shoulder or the neck, so it makes your body stay healthy.
So do you work
Yes.
on older people
Yes.
and manipulate and?
I jump on them. Gloria knows. I jump on them, I kick the neck and just rip it off.
Yeah.
How much do you charge?
For you, $4,000. If you have, and again, this is separate. If you have Medicare, we charge nothing. We charge maybe a $5 copay. If you don't have Medicare, we charge Medicare rates is $28. I think $29 because of.
Or if you have the supplement?
It depends. I'll give you a card. You can call the office and have them verify that for you. But the biggest thing you want range of motion in your joints, so everything works normal. Because like a muscle joint here, if my muscle joint is locked up and can't move, do the muscles above and below stay strong or they get weak? They get weak.
Well, they move, but they hurt.
Well, that's the thing. I can still move my wrist. If that's a good answer. I didn't think about that, thanks. If my elbow's locked up, my muscle can still move because now my wrist hurts, but it's tight. It doesn't have full range of motion. So I want to get the joint moving normally. Muscle gets stronger and relaxed. My neck joint is tight where it can't move. There's smaller muscles, but now they get tight and weak.
But if you have arthritis in all these places, and I've seen it on
So you take the X-ray to make sure you can move it where it can move it. And if you can't move that, why don't you move areas above or below? You move what you can. So those don't cause arthritis. You want to keep things moving. And by doing the stretching exercise too, causing enough at home so we don't, over time, see more arthritis build up. You have to do both. That's why we take the x-rays in our office, as Gloria knows. You take the x-rays, at that point you see what's going on inside your spine first, before I jump on you and lock everything. So I work out every day. Push people around. Not good malpractice.
little old lady.
Not good malpractice, so your kids will be taken care of. They can sue me all they want. I'm okay with that. Any questions at all? So, exercise to review. The leg extensions, right? Straight up. So if you want to give it a routine, 5 straight up, 5 with your toes out, 5 with your toes in. Okay? What was the other ones?
Leaning over the...
So the last one, right, or the second last one, was here and here. You do it. It's called a chair squat. And one thing too, if you're not on my email list yet, I'll give you a paper to send me email list. I put a post on my video, I'll send you the link, and it has all these stretches specifically for these. Beyond the video, the detail how to do them. There's a chair squat here. Here, keeping your back straight the whole time. Come down when you're comfortable. Hold for a second, come back up. Okay? So if you're good right here, using the chair, great. You can go down lower. Go lower, great. You can come all the way down. Hold it for a second. Come all the way up. If you're that brave.
You used to be able to.
That's all it is. It takes
Can you lower
time.
it? Can you lower
It takes time.
So time and age difference.
But you have, and again, with this stretch, wherever you are, go a little bit more next time.
Yeah.
So you feel the muscle really fire. You feel sometimes even the knees shake, but use the chair to push yourself up.
We need those things that come from the ceiling and
The stretch all the way through.
Yeah.
It's little straps, little rubber bands that way
Yeah.
to help you out. Actually, they work pretty well. Okay? What was the other one too? What's what we
those
did?
bars that go in the doorway.
Oh yeah, the pull-up bars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good too.
Yeah, you won't get too far down though. And with those two, realize that'll hold your balance versus I want you using your own balance. That's the difference. I want you using your balance to stay back on your heels, to come down, and come back up. So again, another one's going to be your posture, right? Another video, this is a 6-second posture video, where your weight's on your heels, against the wall. To set your posture, heels, hips, shoulder, and head. So you hold that for a couple seconds, come off the wall. At that point, keep the weight on your heels, so you stay there. Then walk again, heel to toe.
Yeah, this is the one that I've been told to do, where you get set, the therapist
Yeah,
says,
heel to toe balance, yeah.
and just stay at a straight line in your linoleum.
And close your eyes and do the same thing.
So you'll be ready for when the cops stop.
Exactly. It wasn't me, officer. It was my person next to me. There's no person next to you. Oh, they left. They took off on me. Other one, too, we talked about, last one, is the tight hips. Okay? Either this one here, using a chair or a table, where you lean forward, right? Stretch it out if you want to. Okay, hold that stretch that way. Locking again, but then you can lock at the knee, bring your body forward, hold it for a second, and come back up. More of a standing lunge stretch. Okay? Or, if you're brave enough, is using something on the floor, a pad, come down, then stretch forward with your body. Hold it for about 30 seconds or so. Keep your body up. Then switch legs. I see no one tried that one. See you later. See you soon. Do your thing.
Oh, let's see.
Any questions at all?
Oh, this
But when
is
you get your
not.
body, I love it's my fault. Man.
Like to see.
But when you keep your body up here, when you get to where your body feels normally here, you have better balance, less chance of falling, and you have the leg strength to catch yourself. So you're lifting things too, without causing back problems. I want to see you if you feel good.